A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. As Canadians prepare to cast their votes in a pivotal federal election today, April 28, 2025, the stakes have never been higher. The nation is faced with a choice between extending the Liberal Party's decade-long reign under Prime Minister Mark Carney or shifting power to the Conservative Party led by Pierre Poilievre. This election is not just about domestic issues. It has become a referendum on the influence of American President Donald Trump, whose recent actions and statements have stirred significant unrest across Canada. The political landscape has been dramatically altered since Trump secured a second term, as he has begun to threaten Canada's economy and sovereignty, even suggesting that Canada could become the 51st state. These comments have sparked outrage among many Canadians, leading to a notable backlash against American goods and a surge in early voting, with a record 7.3 million Canadians casting their ballots prior to Election Day. The mood is somber as the country grapples with the aftermath of a tragic car ramming incident in Vancouver that left several people dead and prompted a temporary suspension of campaigning. Authorities have ruled out terrorism in this case, attributing the act to a local individual with a history of mental health issues. The Liberal Party, once seemingly on the verge of defeat, has seen a resurgence in support as the election has evolved into a critical assessment of Trump's impact on Canada. Carney has been vocal about the threats posed by the American president, stating, "The Americans want to break us so they can own us." Those aren't just words. That's what's at risk. On the other hand, Poilievre, who has campaigned with a style reminiscent of Trump, aimed to shift the focus to former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's declining popularity amidst rising food and housing prices. However, the election's narrative has shifted, with Trump's influence overshadowing local issues. Historian Robert Bothwell noted that Poilievre's alignment with Trump's rhetoric could be detrimental to his campaign. He appeals to the same sense of grievance, Bothwell remarked, emphasizing the parallels between the two leaders. The prominence of foreign policy in this election is unprecedented, harking back to 1988 when free trade with the United States dominated the conversation. Regardless of who emerges victorious, the next prime minister will face a myriad of challenges, particularly the ongoing cost of living crisis and the precarious economic relationship with the U.S., where over 75% of Canadian exports are directed. Both candidates have pledged to renegotiate trade agreements to alleviate economic uncertainty, but the threat of tariffs looms large, especially with Trump's recent comments suggesting that Canada could cease to exist if the U.S. halts its imports. Carney's extensive experience in managing economic crises, particularly during his tenure as governor of the Bank of Canada and later the Bank of England, positions him as a formidable candidate in these turbulent times. As the election unfolds, the question remains, will Canadians prioritize their national sovereignty and economic stability over party loyalty? With Trump's rhetoric hanging heavily in the air, the outcome of this election could redefine Canada's political landscape and its relationship with its southern neighbor for years to come. As voters head to the polls, the urgency of the moment is palpable. Carney has urged Canadians to grant him a strong mandate to confront the challenges posed by Trump, stating, "President Trump has some obsessive ideas, and that is one. It's not a joke. It's his very strong desire to make this happen. It's one of the reasons why this crisis is so serious." The world watches closely as Canada decides its future. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.